Alright, there we go. That's obviously Doom now that we're looking at the credits. Yeah, now you see how big he is in comparison. Alright, well, there you go. There's Doom. At this point, I think it's one of the gaming sins would go, obvious setup for a sequel is obvious. The fact that Hayden took the Crucible and just walked off, so can't have you getting in our way and all that stuff. Yeah, he's going to be the villain in Doom 2. No doubt there's going to be a Doom 2. Okay. Well, let me get to my review, as I always do. It is a great game, all around. It really is. There's not a whole lot I can actually complain about. Visually, the game looks stunning. Very, very good. I mean, even if you've never played any of the 2D Doom games before, why is it so hard to say 2D Doom games? Any of the original Doom games before, this was still an awesome looking game. There's no way you would actually go into a current generation remake of an old 2D game and expect it to look anything like the 2D game. This doesn't look anything like the 2D game, and that's fine. That's what it's not supposed to. It's a 3D I wouldn't say remake, but more like a revisiting to the story. Similar to like Mortal Kombat 9 revisits the story of Mortal Kombat and changes it around to sort of give it a new, fresh start. So they can tell a similar story, but just change the characters around a little bit. Same thing basically here. In the original Doom, it was just go from point A to point B in every map and destroy everything you see. I don't really think there was much story to the original Dooms at all. And here there was clearly a storyline. You actually had people out other than the main Doom guy as characters. You had Olivia Newton, not Olivia Newton-John, no, Olivia Pierce, Samuel Hayden. Speaking of Olivia, there she is right there. Samuel Hayden. You had Vega. Granted, those are the only three characters you actually ever saw or around about the UAC that they ever mentioned in the UAC. So I guess that's one complaint. I mean, there was nobody else that they ever talked about in the UAC. Even if you never actually saw them in the game, they never mentioned anybody else. There wasn't like a vice president that had died a long time ago, or somebody who originally ran the UAC that had been mutated into a demon at some point, or nothing like that. It was just those three people: Samuel Hayden, Vega, and Olivia. Now, I'm going to assume that in the end, what we saw there at the very end, Olivia got mutated into the... What was the little Doom guy toy doing? Looking at the look at the pinky there. That was just funny. Oh crap! They did that little Doom toy thing distracted me. What was I saying? Olivia. I assume that Olivia got transformed by the demons in hell to become that spider mastermind. And I liked right there at the end, just before he started moving, it was have him holding the hand of that one imp. That was the exact stance he used in the original Doom 2D game cover art, I believe. So that was a nice job there. Okay. Again, not really much I can actually do. The gameplay was good. The game wasn't too difficult. Even I guess one drawback I could say is even the easy level was a little bit too easy. I think I could have played this on the second hardest level, whatever that was called. I don't remember now. Whatever that second one was, I probably would have played on that and been fine. Maybe a few more deaths here and there. But knowing how difficult the 2D Dooms were, I didn't want to go into this game being too frustrated, so I didn't even want to risk trying to go on a hard difficulty. That's why I went ahead and chose the easy difficulty. Yeah, I pushed out early on, but I pushed out before the game even started, but oh well. All the guns had a really good use. I liked the unique system of having to use the chainsaw to gain ammo again. So it wasn't like while there was plenty of ammo drops around, you could, if you wanted a specific ammo for a specific gun and it wasn't always available, you could guarantee you were going to get it by killing killing an enemy with a chainsaw, because all the weapon types dropped, all the weapon ammo dropped from those enemies when you did that. So that was good. That was a little that way you can always make sure you got some kind of ammo. The power-ups were really good. I like how they had quad damage. I really, my favorite is probably the Berserk. So you just pretty much go around and just keep rapidly tapping the right trigger, and as long as you were within some kind of range of the enemy, you were going to kill it. And you're going to do some kind of fancy animation to kill it. I really enjoyed the addition of that glory kill thing they included. That wasn't in the original Doom. I'm not going to keep mentioning too much about the original Doom as far as that goes, but I really like how they added that in there. That was really, really cool. You do enough damage to an enemy and they stagger them, you can kill an enemy and guaranteed a health drop. So if you're a little low on health, don't completely annihilate the enemy, damage him enough, and then beat him up, and then get you some health back, that was nice too. And all the other systems I thought they added into it to help boost the character, I really, really liked. It was really good all around. Everything had a very good use. I like how you could upgrade the armor with all those upgrades that it had available. I can't even remember all of them. I know there wasn't like what was good about it was there was a lot of them, but it wasn't so many that it was overwhelming. It wasn't a massive amount that was like, okay, I don't understand what all this does. And they spelled it out for you really easy. This category here, these 3 upgrades do this. This category here, these 3 upgrades. This category here, these 3 upgrades. This category here, these 3 upgrades. And they all fit in the category, and they all mesh together well. And it really helped you modify how Doom Guy actually was built. So you can kind of customize your character, customize the main character to be kind of the way you wanted to fight. Like you saw, I kind of focused a little bit more toward a little less away from things like faster reloads, faster climbing on things and stuff like that, and focused a little bit more toward the explosives and stuff and those kind of things. The weapon upgrades I thought were also very good. All of them had a pretty good use. Again, you were able to customize them to fit your playstyle. As you noticed, there were times that I went to those drone stations and I had, okay, well, I got these upgrades here, but I really don't like this one. I really don't like this one. I guess I'll go with this one because it kind of fits my playstyle a little bit better. I really had no need for the rocket launching of the assault rifle because I had so many other rocket launcher types. I had the actual rocket launcher itself. I had the I keep calling it a grenade launcher attachment to the shotgun. I know it was just an explosive round, but it acted like a shotgun, or it acted like a grenade launcher. So you had all that. I really loved the siege mode of the plasma cannon. I really liked that. The Gauss cannon, that's what it was. Again, the downside of that being you had to stand still in order to fire it. But, you got to take ups and downs to that. Eventually, you could unlock the ability to move while aiming with it that way. But that was beyond my talents. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get that. So I just saved it for when I needed to fight those really big guys, like those Barons, with the big pink guys with the horns. Those are when I knew I was really going to need it. That's why I was like, that's what I'm going to save it for. Even if I don't ever get to be able to move while in siege firing, I'll at least save it for that. And then, of course, the BFG speaks for itself. And I was like, okay, I wonder how many enemies are out there. Went ahead and fired it out there, let it go ahead and kill as much as it could, and then went in and cleaned up the rest. The power-ups, like I said, were nice. The haste had its advantages. It made you faster movement-wise and as far as firing and reload. The quad damage speaks for itself. I think it probably does 4 times damage, I'm assuming. It's incredibly high damage. Nice they pulled that from the Quake series. Already mentioned that I love the Berserk. Invincibility, of course, had its advantages, even though I only found it, I think, only once, maybe twice. I guess if I were to say some kind of complaint, is it seems like they were kind of teasing you about the ending. Like, okay, here's a bunch of really powerful, here's a lot of ammo and armor and health packs, because you need to load yourself up, because you're about to have a really big final boss fight, and then you finish that boss fight, and you're still playing for another hour or so. that happened a couple of times. Now, that's why a couple of times I was like, all right, this is likely the final episode, and then it was like, there's more still. So, well, that wasn't bad because at least the game was fun throughout. That kind of teasing the end there got a little annoying after a while, but that's just something, because I was expecting it to be an end because it looked that way. Again, gamer's intuition. You go into a large room, you think, okay, this is going to be a boss arena. You go into a boss arena, or it's going to be like an ambush kind of thing. You get a lot of ammo and pick up and health rechargers, and just before you go through a door or a hallway, that's likely telling you got a boss or an ambush room coming. It's just, it's little things like that if you play games for a while, you get these little insights. Those of you who have played games forever, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty much prevalent in any gaming genre for the most part. Audio was absolutely stupendous. All the guns sounded like very good. The futuristic guns of the BFG and the plasma gun. I like how every gun had a sort of a secondary fire when you put those other things on there. Voice acting was good. I know there's nothing wrong with it. Story was fine. I really don't have much I can say. I mean, it was fun overall. It was one of the few games that I actually had fun all the way through, and I would have to nitpick to find problems. Like I said, really, that's my really only complaint is that one little thing I mentioned. That's still to me kind of nitpicky. I mean, okay, so you're expecting a boss fight, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the boss fight in the game. It could be the boss fight in the chapter, which that's kind of what it was. You ended the chapter of the first portal created by Olivia by eliminating the what were they called? They called them biomechs, and I forgot what the actual hell version of them was called, what the hell name was. But it's the ones with the little parasites went inside the bigger suits. I didn't really feel like I was at a disadvantage at any point, even when I was totally overwhelmed at every possible turn. When I had like two pinkies in front of me and I was getting hit from a side from probably one of the big knights, even though I was surrounded, getting my ass beaten, I was still able to get out of it. That was good for me, and still be able to get away and recharge and survive just fine under those extreme circumstances. My favorite part of this game probably has to be the siphon grenade. I know I said it a lot during the game, but that was such a lifesaver. So many times I just started spamming it. Every time it was charged, I'd throw it out there. I don't care if it was a strong enemy, a weak enemy. I threw it out there just so I could make sure that I kept my health and armor as high as possible. That is just an incredibly useful weapon. I'm so glad they put it in. It was so great. It probably saved my ass more times than I could have count. Way more than the glory kill stuff. I'm pretty much out of things to say about it. It's a great game. I believe it's one everyone should pick up, especially if you're a shooter fan. If you're a fan of the original Doom series, you'll definitely like this. Just have to remember, it's not going to be the 2D Doom remade. It's going to be the Doom-like features and stuff, but in modern day gaming with platforming and jumping here and there, and not just going through tons and tons of tunnels slaughtering enemies. That's here, but it's in different ways. You have enemies coming from different directions and all that other stuff. So, definitely a game I think everybody should play, whether you're a shooter fan, especially if you're a shooter fan, especially if you're a fan of the id games, Quake, Doom, and that sort. And, yeah. So, I guess I've run out of things to say. The credits are still going, so I guess I'll just say goodbye here, and I'll let the credits continue to roll. I'll, drop out of frame here, and I'll meet you after the credits if there's anything to show. And that's all I've got to say. So I'll step back here and let the credits finish. I'll meet you after the credits. Be right back. Actually, before I completely step out here, I am back. I know the credits aren't over yet. There's another thing I wanted to add. Another thing they added to this game that was unique to this was those rune trials. That was very unique and very interesting. It gives you a break from the main story combat and stuff, and gives you a special challenge that you had to do in order to earn those runes. The challenges themselves weren't overwhelming, but still challenging, and took you a few times to think. There wasn't a single one of those challenges that I was able to do the first time. I had to do it at least one time before I actually was able to master it or complete it. Some it took me even more. There were some I thought I wasn't going to be able to do. And then the runes that they gave you, those were so much useful as well. It really helped. The two important ones that I used was the additional range on the glory kills. It gave you more range to close on an enemy that was staggered for glory killing, and the what they called the device, equipment booster, something like the things we called equipment booster, which in my case made my grenades a lot more powerful. It did both my frag grenades, and I'm pretty sure it boosted my siphon grenades, my healing grenades in some way. Now I know I used a third one, and I can't remember what it was right now. Did I ever get the third one unlocked? So I don't think so. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I can't remember now. But those were really good. That was a really good addition too. I really thought so. It looks like I came in back in time just to finish up here. So, Doom.com, Doom Unto the Evil, Doom Hell Followed, Doom Bloodfall, developed by I don't know what that is. Those DLCs, I guess. I guess maybe there's more credits coming. Okay, well, anyway, yeah, those are really fun and a good break from the gameplay to take on a little bit of a challenge. They were, of course, secrets, which, I'm not good at finding secrets in games like this unless they just, stand out or I stumble across them. Most of the time, it requires just that, be stumbling across them. I'm able to find them. That's why I missed so many throughout the game. And, another thing I really like, I keep remembering these things one by one because it's so rare that it happened that I don't remember it until, I think about it, is the Argent cores. Those things were the best thing they could have put in this game next to those siphon grenades. You find those Argent cores and you break them, and you can upgrade your health and armor and ammo. Those were awesome additions to the game. That was great. I loved that. That was so good. Oh man, that was so good. All right. I think now I'm pretty sure I've said enough. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. If not, I'll pop right back. But I'll go ahead and fade out here again and let you guys enjoy the credits. As always, again, in case you haven't noticed, there's no music. There was music during the even though I turned the music settings off, there was music during the cuts, the different credits where it was showing the Doom guy doing different things. Those cut scenes actually had music behind them too, and I cut that out and muted that as well. So again, I'm sure this game probably has awesome music that fits the game really well, but as always, I cut it off because copyright stuff and all that. All right. If this is the last of the credits, which looks like actually might be this time. I hope it doesn't tease me like the finale, like I was saying about the finales. Okay, yeah, that's it. There's nothing after the credits. All right. Well, that'll do it for Doom. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see the entire playlist on the links after this video is done. You can check out, and please check out other videos on the other links that are at the end of this video for more of my stuff. If you like what you see, please feel free to hit the like button to let me know. Subscribe, become a fellow Renegade, and you can be a fellow Renegade alongside me. And if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. And if you find any videos you want to share with a friend, feel free to do so. That's a great way to help my channel grow, and I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as I've said. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the links at the end of this video for more of my stuff, and the playlist will be there as well. This has been Doom, the 2016 version. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Scoryth, Crimson Renegade. I'll see you later.